Shelley and Randall, tonight we meet a girl who is remarkable just because of the physical limits she's overcome already. But now Emily Lange is becoming a medical pioneer as well. Doctors want to know if a new discovery will work, and they're looking to Emily for the answer. 6th grade PE class.
We're going to work on a lot of foot dribbling today.
It's time for soccer drills.
Don't get into the...
And no one here is working harder than Emily Lange.
No. Look at my ball.
Life is like this for Emily. She was born with a rare condition that misshaped her bones and fused some of her joints.
Sweaty hands, I don't know why.
Even the simplest tasks are struggles. But her enthusiasm and charm are remarkable when you consider what she's endured for 12 years. Emily's mother has pictures of it all.
Okay, here we go. Let's think. Where were you when you were born?
She remembers the sight of her newborn daughter was almost too much to bear.
When I stood up in my wheelchair and looked at her, I actually fainted and just couldn't believe it. And so,
doctors and nurses tried to prepare Sherry Fitzik for the worst.
And their thought to me always was, say goodbye, because if you don't say goodbye, you will never forgive yourself. And
but she never gave up.
I just really couldn't do it. And so I, would hold her little hand and tell her, I'll see you soon. I'll see you soon. And so we did that, didn't we? Yeah. And
what followed were 122 operations to try to make Emily's body work. Her mother says Emily is now healthier and more stable than she's ever been.
Get her off, please.
But one of the operations may have backfired by starting an infection that ate large gaps in Emily's skull. Her brain is virtually unprotected if she falls without her helmet.
What is the deal with me?
She would just be not the same Emily we had. She'd either be dead or completely a vegetable-type state.
This is an entire area that really has very little bone.
Dr. Alan Seifer is Emily's surgeon at Oregon Health Sciences University. He says the risk of another infection is too great to fill in the gaps with porcelain or another bone substitute. But there is one more option.
This is the bone morphogenetic protein.
Another doctor at OHSU has created an experimental substance that could make Emily's skull grow back. Is there any question in your mind that this is going to work?
There's always question when we do something different.
What? Look out for me.
And Emily is about to find the answer. We will check in again on Emily Wednesday and find out how her latest surgery went. But first, tomorrow night, we will learn about some of the other research going on at OHSU.
Chris, any mental impairment? Is she fully aware of the risk she's facing? And that
probably about as aware as any child could be. She is 12 years old. Her mother says she acts more like an 8 or a 9-year-old. A lot of that has to do with the surgery, having been out of school, not around other kids so much. But you talk to her, and she really is quite sharp, and she's certainly very aware.
Fantastic. I look forward to that. Thanks, Chris.
You bet.